Hi everyone, it's Lori here from Lori's Hooks. Thought I'd just get on here quickly this morning and have a quick little chat, and then I gotta get ready for my day. So I am officially taking today off work. I was supposed to leave yesterday, but we had a storm yesterday, so it rained hard. No, not hard. It rained for most of the day yesterday. Like, it rained from the night before. It was warm out, so it was above freezing, so it was raining, and it rained pretty much till, I don't know, 3 or 4 yesterday, and then we had, I think, about 10 or 15 centimeters of snow afterwards. So I was supposed to drive up north to visit my parents, well, to go to my parents' house, but my dad's not home. So the plan was to leave around 4 yesterday and head up there, but with the snow and the fact that if about halfway there we would catch more snow because it started to snow there earlier in the day, so we decided to leave today instead. So unfortunately, I'm missing my mom's birthday yesterday because it was her birthday yesterday because of the snow, but you know, she obviously understands, and I don't like to drive in the snow that much, so I will if I have to, but I just kind of avoid it if I can. So because of that, I am going to leave today when my daughter is done her class this morning. So I just thought I'd get on here quickly and talk about what I did for the last week, and then I've got to maybe I'll pack up some of the things and show you what I'm going to take with me to visit my mom. So here are my makes. So I made the boy Gnome, the red one. I made him a few weeks ago, and my dog is sitting right in front of me, so don't be surprised if she jumps in my face. She's sniffing the gnome's legs. I don't know if you can see her nose sticking in there. So I made the boy gnome a few weeks ago. This is from Summer's Tips and Stitches gnome pattern. It's called the Lovely Valentine gnome, I think it's called. I will link her page below. So it's a YouTube. She's got a YouTube tutorial in 4 parts, and she has the pattern on her Facebook page, but I will link her YouTube page where she introduces these, so that in case you want to take a look, it's a nice tutorial, and I thought it was a nice pattern. So I made a boy and I made a girl. The hearts on their hats was my own add-on. I found another pattern for those that was quite easy. There's lots of miniature heart patterns available, and those are those two's done. So yarn stats, these were, most of it was Super Saver or Craft Smart. So the red was Super Saver, the pink is Craft Smart, the skin colored hand was some Craft Smart, and the gray was Craft Smart, I believe. And the beards, I think, were actually Bernat Super Value, I'm assuming, probably. Anyway, so those are my gnomes done. So I finished her on, I think, Saturday, so I did get her done before Valentine's Day. So that was them. The other thing that I've been working on that I forgot to talk about in my last video, I started this blanket a very long time ago. I'm thinking probably 2 years ago. So it's a blanket with, I bought some, I have one cake left. I bought this Bernat blanket stripes, and I actually bought it to make a baby blanket for a little boy, and then I started working with it, and I really didn't like it, and it was when I had just gone back to crochet, and I was just like, I really don't like this yarn. I like the feel of it, I like what it produces, but I didn't really I was having trouble with patterns, and my OCD thing about the stripes and the stripes not coming out, evenly and all that kind of stuff. I was having trouble with all that. So I ended up making the boy a baby blanket out of something else, but I still had the yarn and I kept it. So I think I bought 3 of these to make the baby blanket. So, but these are my daughter's colors. She likes these mint greens and the mint blues, and then the gray and the white was just kind of an add-on, but these are colors that she likes. So I decided to make her a blanket for her bed out of it. So this is a moss stitch rectangle blanket, and this is the original part that I did, and it's about the width of her twin bed, but it's not as long as her twin bed. And so I did the 3 cakes that I'd purchased originally. Oh, and I didn't give you yarn stats for the color. So this color is Sea Glass. It's a super bulky 6. It's 100% polyester, machine wash and dry. They recommend an 8mm crochet hook. And this is 300 grams, 220 yards, 201 meters. So the original 3 that I bought, I put them in, and then that wasn't enough, so I bought, I think, 2 more. So the original rectangle part, which goes to, it's got hair on it, sorry dogs, dog hair everywhere in this house. I think the original part goes to here. So this is the original rectangle. So then it wasn't wide, and it was wide enough, but it wasn't long enough. So then, and I bought these at Walmart. So then one day when I was at Walmart and I was perusing the yarn, I saw some more of these cakes. So I bought 2 more, and I used one to extend one end, so that added about this much to the one end, and then I have one left. So I'm going to add some to the other one, and so I know it's not going to look right because the rectangle and how it was originally formatted and the stripes and all that stuff, but it's a cozy blanket. She likes it. It just wasn't quite long enough, so this will fix that, and that way she can keep both her neck and her toes warm in her bed or wherever she decides to use it. It's been down in the living room right now, and she's been using it when she's cozied up on the couch watching TV lately. So I got one more cake to put in here, and then this will be done. And oh, my Tunisian Square from Jada and Stitches. I finished the square for February, and it looks very small compared to January's. January's isn't right here, but I have not put the border on yet, and I have not blocked it yet, and I haven't finished watching her video on the border. I'm concerned with how I'm going to block this thing out to be as big as the first square and have the border come out right. But I don't normally block projects, so you know how much blocking fixes things isn't something I'm very experienced with, because I don't usually block my projects. Like most things that I make are acrylic. You know, I wash them in delicate cycle, or the hand wash cycle, in my washing machine, and my washing machine doesn't have an agitator in it. And then I usually just dry them in the very lowest heat on the delicate setting, and I don't dry them all the way. I usually dry them like halfway, and then I usually lay my projects flat to dry after that. So just this blocking and how it's going to stretch out, that's kind of confusing to me, but that's my February Tunisian Square, and this yarn is impeccable. I purchased it at Michael's, of course. And this is the color Plum. What else? Machine wash, tumble dry low. They recommend a 6mm hook, which I am using a 6mm Tunisian hook with it. And it is 285 yards, 260 meters, medium 4. Sorry, no, they recommend a 5mm crochet hook. What was I looking at? Oh, it's their pattern for a poncho, says 6. I apologize. And I think that's it. I think so. So that's the yarn for this. So that's where I'm at with that. What else? So then I thought I would show you, I'm packing up to go to my mom's for the weekend. So it is a 3-day weekend here. My dad and my son have gone on, they've gone to, well, they were leaving this morning. My son, my goodness, I am tongue-tied this morning. My son drove up yesterday in the morning, and him and my dad are trailering to Thunder Bay to go snowmobiling. So when I say trailering, they're not going to drive their snowmobiles from my parents' place to Thunder Bay. They are going to put their snowmobiles in the trailer, drive to Thunder Bay, which I need to look. I think Thunder Bay is like 6 hours from their place. Like, I've never been to Thunder Bay. It is far north and it is very cold. It is more than cold at their house. Now, my parents retired about 4 or 5 years ago. They lived here in the city and they had a cottage up north. And 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it is, they sold their house here and they moved to their cottage up north, and I still call it the cottage. You know, they've had their land there since I was 2. So to me, it's the cottage. Like, that's where I spent a lot of my vacation time and my summers as a child, and we spent a lot of winters there too, because my dad has been snowmobiling as long as I can remember. I remember riding on the snowmobile when I was a little girl, and I got my snowmobile license when I was 12 or 13, because you can legally get a snowmobile license here in Ontario when you're 12. And take your preliminary tests, and then after that, if you have a driver's license, you can drive a snowmobile. But yeah, so my son really, I don't snowmobile now. I'm a slow and leisurely type, and people don't snowmobile slow and leisurely, so I don't enjoy doing it. So when I go and visit my parents, I snowshoe or take walks outside and stuff like that when I go. I don't snowmobile and do normal winter activities. My mom also has cross-country skis, but unfortunately she doesn't have any boots that fit me, so I would like to go cross-country skiing, but I'd have to buy my own boots to wear, so because her feet are smaller than mine. So should have lots of crochet time this weekend, so I'm going to bring my Crochet Travel Box with me. So this is a box that I purchased at Michael's probably 20 years ago. It has a plastic lid that goes on top, which is somewhere over there. And it has like a pink tray that goes inside that you can put your knickknacks in, but I don't usually use the tray because I usually fill it up with yarn when I take it somewhere. So something that so I'm going to take my works in progress with me, some of them, and I'm not going to take that big blanket for my daughter because it just takes up too much room. And I can only work that Bernat blanket yarn. It's got like a 1 hour time frame. Like, I can crochet with it for an hour while I watch a TV show or watch some YouTube videos, and after about an hour my hand starts to get sore and I have to move on to something else. So I'm not going to take it with me. But I started something new. I'll show you that first. So I started this. It's with the Karen Cloud Cakes, and I put it in this little Tupperware bowl so that it keeps its shape, and it has a lid somewhere. And I started a blanket cardigan, and this is where I'm at so far. So it's going to be worked, I think that's vertically, so it's going to be worked this way, so it's going to be its length, and that's where I'm at so far. And I have 3 of these Karen Cloud Cakes. So the color on this one is just the Karen Cloud Cakes. I got it on clearance at Michael's a few weeks ago. And this is the color Shark Skin. It is a medium 4. Recommends a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, and it says machine washable and dryable, and it's 100% polyester. 240 grams, 760 yards, 695 meters. So, and this is beautiful soft stuff. It's not as beautiful to work with. It's not terrible to work with for this. It's fine. I wouldn't do an intricate stitch with it or something complicated, but this is just I'm not doing it from a pattern. I'm just doing it on my own. So this is a half double crochets, and I chained, I think I originally chained 116, and then I decided that it was too long, so I didn't end up going the full length. So I'll take these extra chains out when it's done. So, and it hangs about 32 inches. So I'm going to leave some extra at the top anyways when I make the blanket cardigan, but you'll understand more once it's done. But I'm not working from pattern on this. I have a very similar sweater it's not a sweater, it's a sweater, but it's like a jersey material. It's from like the yoga line in one of our stores here. So it's like part of their yoga line or their fitness clothing line, whereas I don't actually wear it like that. I wear it as a regular sweater with things, but I have one that I'm kind of making this the same shape as it. I really like wearing that sweater, and I think that it would look nice crocheted, and it would look kind of dressy, and then I could wear it for work or whatever. So I have 3 of these Karen Clown cakes, which I hope is enough. I think it should be. I do also have 1 Karen Clown cake in this graphite color. I think it's called graphite. Yes, this graphite color, and it matches the shark skin one very good. That if I had to use this for the sleeves, I could. So I'm going to bring this one with me as well. So I have the 3 of these to put in my box, and I'm also going to bring I have something that a pattern that I've been trying to write myself, that I'm using this Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Medley, there's the label, on, and I purchased this from Aberdeen Wool here in Ontario, and I believe I bought it when it was on sale. So this is, I'm going to take, I think I have 8 or 10 of these, and I'm going to take 3 or 4 of them with me. So these are medium 4 weight, machine wash, tumble dry. They recommend a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm using, just the comment on my cloud cake cardigan, I'm using my 6 millimeter clover, which is going in the box. So this project, I'm also using the 6.4, I think, but I might bring some other sizes with me, just in case I need them. So I'm bringing 3 or 4 of these with me in case I have time to work on that. And I think that's, I brought a couple colors that I have some amigurumis that I haven't started at, that I've been looking at. So I brought a couple things for that in case I decide to work on that. And I think that is it that I'm going to take with me for the weekend. I usually try to bring things with me that I can sit and work on while my mom and I chat, or while, chat and have coffee or whatever. And my mom likes to watch TV in the evening after dinner, so I can crochet then too. So there's usually lots of downtime there to sit and crochet and stuff like that. So it's usually a nice relaxing weekend when I go. Yeah. So what else do I need to take with me? I guess I need to put some stitch markers in here, my scissors. I'll make up a little notions bag of stuff like that to take with me. In case you can hear, this is my dog Molly. She's right here. Oh, I was gonna bring the camera down, but she's walking away now. So yeah, that is me for today. So I might try to take some clips on the weekend at the cottage or my mom's house, whatever you want to call it. It's very beautiful there with the snow, and it's very natural. So I'll try to grab some clips there while I'm there, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.